Hello people of the internet. Now I wasn't going to film this, and hopefully you can hear me, it's a bit windy, but I've got a little job to do and I can't find much detail online about it, so that leads me to the conclusion it's a bit of a bastard to do. Basically it is change the side light bulb in the SLK. Can you see it? Yeah, just there. So yeah, basically I need to change that side light bulb. Shouldn't be a bad job in theory, but yeah, I thought I'd make this video because if I can't find much detail on it, it's going to be tricky. Right, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to go for it and you'll join me. So I've previously had to change the headlight bulbs on here because yeah, somebody put LEDs in and it was coming up with faults on the dash. So I know how to change the main headlight bulbs, I know where the hatch is to do that, but I'm going to use my trusty old endoscope to have a good look round and see if I can figure it out. For the side light bulb, that is. So to get into the headlight bulb, there's a hatch just there, and so I've gone through there before and changed the main headlight bulbs. And I'm hoping somehow I can get to the side light bulb, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be a struggle. Right, let's open that up and have a look. So that's the hatch off. All you basically do is just pull it up and it clicks and comes off. Quite easy really. Right, next. Right, let's go fishing. Oh, I'm not sure how much of this you can see, but I've got a sneaky suspicion that thing I'm looking at just there might be the bulb holder.
Our survey said.
How I'm going to get to it, well, that's a different matter. I'll try taking the top cover off to see if that will give me any light on the situation. No, it hasn't. So I've been struggling and took to the internet again. I did find one video of a guy, and he was saying that there is no way to change the side marker side lights, and he said there's a little flap on the bottom that you have to drill out and put a bung in, and I'm wondering if what I'm finding here is exactly that.
You bet your sweet ass.
Whichever way, it looks like I've got to take the bumper off, take the headlight out to get to the side light bulb. Not the best design if that's the case. Not sure if I can be bothered to do that today either, but it's maybe a part 2 video, or maybe just put them together. But at the moment what he's saying seems to be quite true. If so, it's crazy. So I think the one random guy I found on the internet was spot on. There is a, if you can see it just there, that's through the endoscope obviously, there is a hatch there to take your indicator bulb out, but if we look around, there's nowhere to take your side light bulb out, which is ridiculous. So I think next it's going to have to be bumper off. Well, as the saying goes, that escalated quickly. Right, headlight out. So that's about as much fun as a kick in the love spuds, but there you go. So to get it out, you've got a bolt just there. Can you see it? Oh, I don't know. That's what we're looking at. Just there, there's a bolt. There's these horrible things at the top here that you have to get a 10mm underneath for. One there, one hidden behind there, you can't even see it. And the T25 stuck right in there because this panel's got to come off as well because, yeah, because Mercedes. Right, let's get this last bolt out and let's see if we can get this headlight out. Right, it's out. Obviously a connection there, you have to figure that one out for yourself. But if we now look, so the marker bulb is just there. Let's go from the front, just there, and well, there's that, but that is a solid bit of plastic. There is no way that comes out, that I can see. Could be proven wrong and we shall find out, but from what I see from the guy on the internet, I must put a link on his video, you have to drill it out and put a plug in it. This is ridiculous. So it was right, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, there's obviously something that's supposed to be there, and they designed it to have something in there, yeah, similar to the indicator bulb, which basically does that. Indicator bulbs, piece of P. But yeah, side light bulb. You've got to dig all this out. I mean, I'm now going to have to plastic weld that all back together again. But there it is. It's hidden in there. Yeah. No words, really. No words. And there you go. You have to fish it out with a pair of pliers, but there it is. How can you logically not ever expect that to break? Unbelievable. Yeah, lucky for me I've got a spare one. Okay, so that's changed. I'm not going to put this back in. I'm now going to go and test it just to make sure. That's a slightly encouraging sign anyway. So there you go. Plastic welded it back on again. I'm still lost for words. I mean, it doesn't get any crazier than that. It really doesn't. Well, here's what it is. Right, I'm going to cut some RTV around that just to make sure it's watertight, even though the whole unit doesn't seem that watertight, but I'm sure it is. And then we'll get it back in again. Excellent. Well, it ain't pretty, but it's sealed. Right, come on, let's get back in the car. And we're done. And quite frankly, so am I. So I'm going. Thanks for joining me again. Catch you later. I need a bath. Bye, internet. Bye bye.